See who we have up on big game. Looks like we have Ron Hallett Jr. stepping up. Jerry Bernard just finished his game. So for the day 2 players, or the day 2 viewers, with Chris on the stream, with Ron Hallett on stream. There's Ron. Looks into the camera, glances around. Understands he's about to go viral. Use the player camera next to him over there. Make it look down a little bit more. So here we are on big game. A stern wide body. Don't see these very often. Released in 1980, so dual flippers at that bottom, which is definitely something different that you don't see very often. Neil, how's it going? Nice to see you, Neil. And yeah, this is a very awesome game. I don't see it very often in the Boston area, so. Tim, how's it going? Oh, you got a spreadsheet going, okay. Oh, awesome, okay. Squid Billy Jimmy, thank you for the follow, and how's it going today? Let's see, what's my best road to message you? Yeah, I can imagine trying to find one of these is very difficult. You said he was on a ripper of a ticket, too. Awesome. Craig Poverelli. Cool. Davies up next as well. How's it going? Good save by Davey there. Sorry about that. Again, commentary will be much more fleshed out once we get to finals and a little bit closer, as some players and some people have more time to come and sit in the booth and hang out. So, oh, that is an unfortunate drain for Davey there. Jerry Bernard putting up a really nice card. He caught the tail end of his big game, but he shot himself up into first seed with that, so really nice on his part. Got Jamie stepping up. Sorry, I constantly, there's a film crew here that keeps asking questions and coming over the booth, so it's not exactly the most convenient at times. What I learned in this situation was, if you help them once, they'll keep coming over here for more help. So, what did I learn today? Stop being so nice. That's what I learned. Oh my goodness! Let's go with the Lazarus. That was beautiful. That was really nice and very lucky for Jamie. As a test here, as we go into finals, I just want to see if this is working. Oh. Ooh, what a save, what a save. Say, what are we looking at for scores here? Big gun. Jerry Bernard put up 988. Craig Barkle with 1.3 million. If you want to crack yourself into the top 20, you got to shoot at least around 500. So Jamie getting pretty close. As I say that, he smash drains at 482. All right, hopefully nothing freezes here. I need to do something real fast. Paul Bloomstein stepping up. Unfamiliar face, but let's see what he's got in the tank. Say on this game, I know that you want to be trying to complete those upper lanes because that will light a spinner. I think that's the majority of it. I'm unsure. I don't get to see this game very often, so I don't know if you try to play these cards in the center as much as you just try to light big up top and just rip that spinner. That's located right here. I'm pretty sure that's what you're just focusing, and you're trying to spell these lanes. I could be mistaken. If someone knows better, let me know. Got balloon animals and face painting right next to me. Oh my goodness. Fortunately for Paul, not a very good game, but again, this is one of the harder games I think in this bank. All right, looks like we have Allison O'Neill stepping up. If you're unfamiliar with Allison O'Neill and Brian O'Neill, definitely check them out on Beers with the O'Neills. And they're two really awesome people and really great players. They hail from originally California, but they moved out to the Boston area, New Hampshire area, and they've been playing a lot of. How's it going, Greg?
How are you?
Greg Poverelli sitting in the booth.
Got some Allison O'Neill up here.
And
Big game playing.
pretty well. Just trying to. That was a weird drain that just happened. I don't know. It seemed like she just stopped flipping on it, but I guess. Talk us through a little bit of big game if you were to step up to it. I'm slightly unfamiliar with this game.
You know, I'm going to be playing it for the first time in about 20 minutes. I'm on the queue right now. You want to light the two spinners on the left. Far left shot is definitely valuable because as it goes through and it goes into that scoop up top, you can collect bonus and points. Drop targets, throughout the playfield, they're going to help you build up bonus and points as well. I'm not an expert on this game, but I know it's definitely whenever you like the spinner, go for that.
Okay, and that's what I'm familiar with the. Sounds low for Greg. All right, I'll turn him up. That's something that I think you spell the letters up top big, and it bonuses the spinner somehow. But I think the majority of the time you're just trying to rip through those two spinners up there. So
it's interesting the two flipper layout on this game. Like the top flipper kind of passes the ball or pushes it up the flipper a little bit when you go through the trap.
Okay.
So it's weird, but once you get used to it, you can definitely rip those shots on the left. You want to spell big game, and from there, just survive.
Yeah. But yeah, day 2 of Pintastic should be exciting. I know you're.
I'm in the bleed up prayer mode.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I know you're in, but it gets a little worrisome as the shuffle kept happening last night. You know what I mean? I put up a card and was like, I managed to get 25th, which was funny. And then by the time I woke up this morning, just from the people that were playing in the middle of the night, they were volunteering, I'm guessing, and some other stuff. It kind of did a little bit more of a shuffle. So.
Yep. Hey, if you had more chance to play, that's why we're very thankful that you're here streaming.
Absolutely, yeah. It's been fun.
It's going to be great finals. Me and Brian O'Neill have already established we might have beefed into the booth for the finals.
Hell yeah. I like that. Scott Wilson has 218. Okay, playing Stargazer right now. And I know we have Eric Geddes coming up next, actually. He's on a really nice card. So
this is the most intense part of this format. The last hour of qualifying on top of.
Yeah.
Somebody can Bellcito their way in. Other people are just holding their breath.
And you don't have time to start another card, so you're almost kind of in this lull where you're watching and praying, like you said. So
I mean, it's funny because it's hard to predict what's going to happen when you're on that bubble. Because you're looking at your ticket and you're like, well, that looks like I'm going to bleed. But then in reality, people might not even punch a ticket with games that are going to beat those scores.
That's true.
There's only so much time left. So if people aren't about to punch the ticket, there's people that are playing just to practice or get entries out that aren't going to matter.
Yeah, exactly. Just to play that extra game or to be able to play Bonsai Run one more time. I know there was a considerable amount of people that were willing to, they just wanted to do that. So.
All right, she ended up with a little bit over 100. Right now in this game, I think you want like 500.
Yeah, I put you in like top 17 area, top 20-ish. So And then if you can get anywhere in the 700s, you're looking really nice. So,
all right, let's see Eric's card here. You said he's got a good one going?
Yeah, Tim mentioned that he has a good card going, and he has Tim Balls in the chat making this wonderful spreadsheet.
Tim loves his Excel spreadsheets mid-tournament.
Yeah.
It's a great resource.
262, and he has big game.
Okay, so yeah, he's definitely a leaper right now. He needs to get at least 30 points.
Oh. All right, we're gonna. Yeah, we're gonna wait a second. He managed to get perfectly on that rollover. See a TD on him.
Yeah, he's got a great opportunity here to qualify. This is an exciting game now. Let's see.
I could probably go up and down, but I want somebody in
262.
Hayward the Chapter 15.
Eric is looking for a minimum score of about 200,000 to jump above the line.
Okay. So he doesn't even have a ripper game.
Yeah, just
Okay.
survive. Don't tilt.
Yeah.
Hold for no house balls.
Yeah, don't keep wiggling this stuck ball. Let someone pull it out, put it on a flipper and whatnot, and then we can get right back to it. But yeah, Eric is one of the better players coming out of the Boston area. He's very quiet. You probably would never talk to him unless you either pissed him off in tournament or ran into him on accident, like actually walked into him. He's very quiet, so I'm interested to see him in finals actually.
So Jim elects to put the ball on the upper flipper, which is fine, and Eric goes for the backhand there, but picks up a sweep on the target on the ricochet. Just needs to chop wood. Back up top.
Gets a cheeky rollover there.
This is looking good for him so far. It's a great start.
Nice little touch there.
Nice save. Another one. He's not ready to let this ticket go. He's like, all right, let's just qualify on the first ball and then be safe.
Those dual flippers at the bottom really add some interesting dynamic to saving.
He's not picking up much in terms of points, but he's making really nice saves in the middle, and that's all that really matters to him right now, is staying alive. Cool, good one there too.
Very nice nudge.
All right, that spinner is going to be big if he could hit it. Ooh. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, that's a great start for him.
Yeah.
Gonna have bonus here. See. Oh, house
no.
ball. All right, he needs to avoid one more of those.
And this is, yeah, I see Tim and Scott Wilson beef. We're hoping Eric doesn't beef right here.
Give him the ball. Ball gods. Let's go. Got control. Okay.
Nice patience there.
There it is. That was a big shot. That might be the difference maker right now.
Yeah, if he can do that one more time,
Yeah, that's going to be it. That just saved him. That shot pretty much bailed him out, and now he's in a good spot again. He was at risk for a second there.
Good patience right here with some flips. See if he can survive this. Oh, he gets it.
Come on.
There, nice patience on the trap. Take a breath.
Goes for that backhand again.
Ooh,
Oh,
gets
but
punished
you know
for
what?
it.
It's going to be enough. It's going to be enough. He just picked up over 30 points. So he punched his ticket. 38 points he just picked up there. Great job from Eric. Had the ball on the flipper under pressure. Was able to nail the shot that put him above. And, you know,
Yeah, he's going to be
that's the whole thing about this tournament. He literally, if he had one bad ball there, goes from qualifying to out.
And you're sitting here, you know, and so is everyone else looking like I'm either going to get bumped out here or, you know, I just need the pinball gods to screw him, which you never want to ask for, but
He just jumped in.
Yep, so that was, yeah, he's got around 300 points, so that put him in, you know, in between
17th?
Yeah, 17th. Nice.
Solid. Alberto has now fallen below the line for the first time in the tournament. He's going to be relying on his beat up ability.
Jerry Bernard with an absolute destructive card earlier. Shot him into first place.
Oh yeah, I saw that. We had a leaper for the bye. Jerry takes the 1 seed from Nick. Nice backhand there on the lip spinner. See that boom, over 100,000 in one shot. He just got a good score in one backhand. And you could just milk that all day if you want. It's just never bad.
Okay, even if it's not lit, it's just worth shooting.
It's not. You're never going to be upset about getting it up there.
And I suppose that's this era of games. Put it in the safest spot and keep putting it there, even if it's worth not as many points. So,
see guys, this is how you camp out the booth well in advance for finals. You just, I'm ready. I've accepted my fate now that it's out of my control.
Yeah, great. You don't poach a seat when you're here during qualifying, so you've already earned the seat.
The games play fair here. Jim and Mark did a good job setting up, making a good lineup.
Yeah, it's a very unique lineup. I think it's a fun tournament lineup where it's almost like even if you're a seasoned, traveled player, you're still playing a lot of games that you don't get to run into, and
tough ball too.
And I hear that the tilts are set pretty nicely, so you can actually give them a little bit of a move, which adds to some a little bit more fun action to watch.
CJ Smith, one of our good friends from New York, the next jumper leaper opportunity, as Tim points out. He's got a great ticket, and he's playing Cosmic Gunfight, which might be the safest player's game in the bank, because all you have to do is shoot the right orbit over and over and over. It'll be my last game as well on this ticket, because all I'm trying to do is hurt other people's cards and defend, which is awkward, but it's all you can do at this point.
Yeah, I played a big chunk of that last night and really enjoyed. Like, I mean, it's basic, but Cosmic, it plays fair, and any player can walk up if you can find the orbit. So.
That's true.
New York City.
All right, I'm going to momentarily leave the booth to play big game and then be back.
Cool. Big shout out to Greg Poverelli, everyone. If you don't know him, or if you've ran into him, wonderful dude, and runs a lot of huge tournaments for big whopper points around the New York area. And yeah, pleasure always in the booth with him. He's one of the commentary stars on Backhand. So, Jason Pork beats on Deadpool. That Deadpool is playing tricky. So here we have Greg stepping up. Always love to be able to see from booth to quali to booth again. And as we say in Look, he takes the house, unfortunately. And that's the big feed, just like Cosmic is trying to keep it alive out of the pops. Yeah, I see this is a joke now. That's really unfortunate. 2 balls, 2 out lanes for him. There we go. Good patience here by Greg. See if he goes for a nice. A complex post pass. I like that. Good patience there by Greg. And he's trying to find that spinner up top, like you mentioned. It's safe. Bummer. Those 2 house balls were absolutely brutal. Like Greg said, he wasn't going for a card to put himself higher. He was mainly going for a card to try to hurt other players and defend his position, which there is strategy throughout this whole thing in many different ways, especially if you're a seasoned player where, if you qualify, you might be just playing cards to defend your position.
and try to extend those leads so that it hurts other players' points. Again, I'm not as seasoned as most of these players here. I wish I could play in more tournaments, but I like streaming them. So here we have Jamie Hayward stepping up. I don't know if the card he is on currently is worth anything, but let's see what he's got going. Just looking at the cut lines here and seeing where the shuffle's happening. See, and Greg sees himself now. He knows that he's sitting in 24th, so I wonder if that's going to be a decision to try to fit another card in or not.
Well, that serves to confirm why I didn't play this game throughout the tournament.
Yeah, the two house balls are just...
Yeah, I was missing two on ball 3, so it was not pretty, but there's no guarantees on these solid states, folks.
What's, are you going to try to fit another card in?
No, it's impossible.
Yeah, I don't know the timing mostly, especially with how many people there are. I'm sure it gets a little more difficult.
So here's the funny thing. I have a ticket below this one that's going to end up replacing this one probably because it has a 0 and 4 good scores.
Okay.
And it's very close already to getting there. So at that point, I think Ed and Benjamin and Bob are going to bleed below my worst ticket, and the worst ticket's going to get me in.
Oh.
It's the weirdest thing about this format. Is
That's
it
very fascinating.
Yeah, it's not a guarantee, but I think that's what's my best shot at this point.
Okay.
The one that's up there now is dead.
Huh.
We'll see. Scorekeepers have been great throughout the tournament, keeping everything going. In these last crunch moments, we've got a little bit over an hour left. Jason towards the step, Tim says. CJ Smith has a good chance on Cosmic Gunfight.
We'll watch Lydia for a second, and then we can take a look at the standings just so everyone on stream can... Yeah, go Lydia. Absolutely.
What does the stream want to watch?
Yeah,
I have preferences.
we can do a switch up here if anybody like Tim. You got anyone on a ripper of a card coming up on a game that we want to switch to? Well, I can also switch to Stargazer or a couple other games we haven't seen yet.
Let's look at the cues. Where are we going to see exciting? All these games will be exciting. Where's the action?
Oh, in the house. That's unfortunate. So, as Lydia is waiting for a scorekeep to come over, we can take a quick look at the standings, where we're at, and what we've been kind of chatting about. That cut line. See, Jerry Bernard jumped up to first with that very nice card, pushing a lot of players down. Jason down to a tie for 6th with Nick, which is not too bad. Yeah, not too bad at all.
Jared Garvey on Ali. That's a pretty good chance for him to jump.
Say, and after John plays here, I'll go and grab the rig and we can do a switch up.
This Ali plays nice, but to get those points differential there, he's going to probably need at least 300,000.
Alright, so we're just watching it. That's okay.
These older Sterns really are fan favorite collectibles. They're just great games. Stars.
They're now really hard
Galaxy.
to find. Yeah, like in the Boston area, can't find these anywhere. So I'll be right back. I'm going to move the rig while he's about to finish.
Big game is tearing people up, keeping people alive. have to wait for a game to finish up. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and follow Backhand Pinball. March stream the Stern Pro Circuit in Allentown. Second stream for the Stern Pro Circuit this season. We're Pintastic. And he is going to be the streamer for the New York City Pinball Championships. Make sure you come on out August 19th, 21st. Greatly improved location. We are approaching an hour countdown.
Right? Oh, yeah, going down a hill
We
with
have
this
some
thing.
amazing pinball action here in the finals. It's a head-to-head format, which is very unique as it pertains to these kinds of circuit events with hundreds of people. Usually you see group play. There's 170 entrances, unique players in this tournament. Really, really great turnout. Those of you that have not been to the show, make sure you check out Pintastic New England. It's one of the premier East Coast accessible pinball shows. There's a lot of stuff going on. Really fun VIP room. You can play all night with tons of A titles. Sturbridge Host Hotel is a little bit worn out, but it's an accommodating place. They definitely let everybody party and have a good time.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go on there. If you don't mind. Thank you so much.
Back.
All right, I'm gonna fix this camera angle here real fast.
All right, we got some Ali. He goes right up and plunges, picks up the one. If you get the third hole up top there lit, it'll be lit for 5,000. In the middle after that. First objective you want to do is knock down all the drop targets on the upper left. Unfortunate left out lane there was gone. The bank of targets on the upper left is your bonus multiplier, and that carries over throughout the game. So the first objective is to clear that bank as many times as you can. Once you have it maxed out at 5x, you could then start hunting the select, that upper jab shot on the right there. The scoop can be maxed out at up to 30,000, and you can milk the game for hundreds of thousands of points per shot at that point. It's multiplied. Tough first two balls. And once you hit the shot on the right, the feed is pretty safe. You can tip it over from right to left. Continue to collect. And he's getting good action up top, but he needs to wall the quicker for those targets. Bonus is up at 10 now, but a tough game.
Ali's a very popular tournament game, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I think
At
it's
least for players.
I think it's a playable game as a solid state wise. Let's see where we are in this queue. Which player was the one that has the opportunity? Jared Garvey. He's not next, but he's after that.
Jared Garvey at 263 right now. Pintastic 2022 at the Silverball Rumble in Sturbridge, Mass. If you haven't been to this show, definitely try to come out next year. It's a fun, enjoyable show. You got 24-hour pinball for the most part, and it's really quite the party. It's I really enjoy this as one of the big conventions that you don't just go and play pinball and then go back to the hotel room and try to figure out what you're doing for dinner or what else to do in the town. You stay here for the most part and party. So it's a lot of fun. And if you like beer, there is amazing beer around the corner. So
Treehouse is probably the best in the country, at least in my mind.
oh yeah, and they just bought a new spot, a country club where they're moving to the greater Boston area, which is pretty awesome. So
Sweet.
yeah, I'm gonna be trying to work with them a little bit, potentially create a Treehouse major maybe for pinball. If that's
That would be sick.
yeah, that's the hope right now. I'm a little bit in talks with them, and they seem interested. So I'm like, all right.
So Miles picked up this 2x multiplier on the first ball. That carried over at 17,000 and counting. Nice live catch. He's got the flipper skills down, and he definitely knows the game. Good control there.
Really good control.
And now 3x. Executing perfectly there.
For just being able to see over the crossbar, this is pretty impressive flipper skills.
I would not be surprised if he's doing quite well in the junior standing. At 10,000 bonus now. He's going to pick up 30 down the train.
Not bad from Miles wearing a Minecraft shirt, a young gun. If I was
When's Minecraft pinball coming out?
I know that would be a good ticket right there, honestly.
He's getting his 500s up top. Adding bonus. Good in lane. And that actually is worth some points when you rip that.
Oh, he's getting the pinball gods are loving him with these in lanes right now.
It's a friendly lead.
Is it?
really
Okay.
is. All right, so this is a tough choice. Do you take your 60,000 or do you go for the multiplier? Looks like you went for the 60 collect. Never a bad option. A lot of points sitting on the table.
A tricky shot though. This right here, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, that will collect your bonus. So that's a big shot if you can find it. But
I guess it's like the uppercut.
yeah, okay. I like that.
What a solid game from Miles. 300,000 is at least on the board. And here comes the moment for Mr. Garvey. He's going to need a minimum.
Well, Roth, I'm glad it didn't have to be streamed. It's definitely that big game's playing tricky. So. All right, here we have Jared Garvey. Oh, okay. I talked with this gentleman last night. He was wearing the Wawa shirt.
He has 260 something according to Tim.
Yep.
He's going to be looking for at least, I think, 300K to get on the board.
Hey, thank you so much for the
Has his
bits.
control.
You guys are welcome. I hope you're enjoying the stream.
Knocks off his first target.
Anything over 300K
Good save.
goes for the
Nice
bit.
collect.
Very nice collect. Shooting after that bank, trying to build a multiplier up. And that multiplier is just built by that 3 bank next to the spinner up there, correct?
Yep, that
Okay.
3 bank up top. That's your main objective at the beginning of every game. You want to get that as many times as you can. That's a good shot there.
Does
2x.
bonus multiplier save across balls?
It does.
It does, okay.
Unfortunate flipper error there, but off to a good start.
He's currently on the trajectory to get at least 300K if he does that every ball. So not a bad showing for one ball.
And the score does get progressive as you go through because the bonus multiplier is increasing as you make shots.
Oh.
Tough. It was close to the in lane there and it kind of lobbed. All right, here we go. Jared's got to step up,
Yeah,
knock
big-
down maybe 2 banks of targets, get up to 4x, and it should be good.
Oh my goodness.
Nice save. Oh, and that's not going to do it. Unfortunately, that's a 0, and that That's not going to get him above the line.
Oh, that is a bummer. And just as Greg was talking about when he sat down, you know, this is kind of the...
It's a tough format, man.
It's scary.
It really is.
Yeah,
you can play really well and then just get one bad break and it's over.
That's, yeah, it's heartbreaking to watch, but it's very interesting of a format, like you mentioned. It's fun, and for the players, I think it adds that excitement where even you are like, you know, on the edge of your seat because of that, so.
Yep.
Unfortunate for Jared. Thomas stepping up, I believe he plays out of the, yes. If you type !info into the chat, it will give you a link with all the info you need between brackets, standings, never drain links, the entire game bank, as well as upcoming tournaments in the area. So. And finals starts at 3 p.m. So we have about 45 minutes, 50 minutes of qualifying left. And then we'll take that hour break. So call 2.
Thomas steps up. He's a New Yorker as well. Good guy.
So I was in line with him last night, and then in my first group in the midnight tournament, he was with me, and we both got eliminated. So
that's a tough format. One strike at midnight.
My goodness!
Who won? Did you stay?
I didn't stay. No, I went and got too weird. I just, you know, I beefed out in the first round, and I was like, well, I can go play Ellie's and go drink and work around. So yeah.
That's why it's the most fun location for this type of tournament. You know, it's like you said before, it's a nonstop party. There's always something to do. There's always people hanging out. There's no shortage of booze just floating around.
And you'll just find yourself in a random room with another group of people that you haven't seen in a while, and then it'll be 3 hours later. So I actually went into the 24-hour lounge last night at like, might have been like 2 or 3 a.m. and I saw you and Zen, I think, were playing, and I literally didn't walk over and say anything because I was like, I could be here for another 4 hours if I walk over there. So
you probably made the right decision.
Stepping up. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, and that now that we've said it's playing friendly, man, those outlanes are just starting to eat now, so.
You know, you got to count on one ball per solid state game just going goodbye. Like that. Oh
my God. Yes, that is the face right there. I completely feel that look.
I waited 30 minutes for this?
Right.
Come on.
Yeah, that's the other thing with this format is sometimes, depending on what you want to play, you might just not want to play it because you have to sit and wait for 30 minutes. You know, that'll throw you right off your game.
Yeah.
So.
I think at this point,
is it defense?
If you don't have 4 tickets on your card at this point, it might be too late to finish. You know what I mean? You have less than an hour. Lines are 7 to 10 deep.
Yep.
You'd have to do short line strat and just
try to bang out a quick game.
Just play whatever's on the table. She's up at 115 now. She's up at 5,000 lit up top. One more target for the multiplier.
Shot there.
That's a cool shot. I love that.
So, yeah, through the greatest kind of coming around. I think that's a very fun.
All right. Gets the multiplier. Good in lane. 5,000 up top.
When you're not getting house balled, this game's fun to watch. I'll say that.
Well, she made it an interesting last third ball there. She had a nice
from
comeback.
32,000 to, you know, just gained 200K off that. So
242.
I don't know what her card was at. I don't think it was worth a stress on anyone. Let's see, our Pintastic tracking brought to you in part by Tim Balls. Appreciate that. Looks like we're searching for people close with one game less. Ron Richards, CJ. CJ at 224.
224.
224 from CJ. And, oh, Greg's CJ bailed on the cue. Yep.
All right. I guess I'm up.
Cool. Go get it.
Why would CJ bail on the queue? What is he doing? Changing his game, maybe.
Ah, maybe.
I don't know. It's
like you said, it's a weird
waiting.
strategies.
Yeah,
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, always a pleasure talking with Greg. Very interesting. It's fun to learn the mind of a tournament player in this qualifying format. It's interesting to hear the strategies and little tiny things you do. You know, Greg's just sitting here waiting. So, I played that Metallica once last night, and then I did not play it again on any other card. It is playing absolutely brutal. We watched it for a good chunk of change last night, commentary on it. I think 90% of the balls that got shot towards the center shot, just the magnet just whipped them into an outlane. The snake is set up pretty difficult too, so it's not like you can manage to get 2x playfield and add a ball during your multi-balls. You know, it's just so hard to get it into the snake, so. And then the Deadpool's playing relatively kind. You can blow it up, you can move it. But I think that's good for new Sterns. We don't need people getting to the end of the line here. It lasts a little too long. Ooh. The power outlane, or the powered center green, sorry. Andrew Cushman right now. Looking for 300K probably. I don't know if he's on a ripper of a card right now. 152 with 2 games to play. So ideally, if he manages to put up, let's see what the scores already. Man, you got to break into the 500s probably if he's gonna push into something good. To 152, right? So, unfortunately, I don't think that's what Andrew was looking for. He needed to break into a considerably higher score to make that worth it. So, you know, that's going to put him, what, 318? That's only going to net him 30 points to his already 170. Oh, yep. Oh, my God. Tim is so quick on this. I appreciate it, Tim. Thank you. Davey steps up. Thank you so much, Tim Balls, for this wonderful pin tracking spreadsheet. Very nice of you. CJ 224. Yeah, after this player. Yep. by Harry. So, just make sure that's good. All right, stream, bear with me. I'm just going to do a quick little interview and talk with the camera crew. So just chill and watch Steven Zeller, and I will be right back with some commentary momentarily. Thank you so much. Taylor setting up. Unfortunate outlane. Last night we watched Jason absolutely destroy Cosmic Gunfight. I hope you got to watch that. That was quite the pleasure. All right, so we'll just do a little bit of commentary on this game while we wait for Seamus to step up. So thanks, stream, for bearing with me. Again, I'm mic'd up, doing a little bit of action with some camera crew. They're very wonderful, so, you know, I'm just trying to help them out and have some fun and create some content for them at the same time. So here we have Stephen Chappelle of the Chappelle Show. Let's see if he can put up a score on ball 2 here. He's going to be shooting for somewhere, you know, he's looking for 300-400s. You know, that's what he needs to find. We can consult our, brought to you in part by Pinball's spreadsheet, and see if he's on any type of a card. Unfortunately, it looks like Stephen Chappelle is not on one that can push someone out, but that doesn't mean that he can't have fun playing pinball. So after that, we have Seamus, and again, this qualifying session ends at 2 p.m., so it's coming to a close here. Most of the queues are down to 5, 10. Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you. Nope, everything's cool. I'll give you a thumbs up. Yeah. Yeah, I'll cool. Cool. trying to bring you guys. Must be having a big game. Wow. Yes, Tim, I like that. Yeah, I watched Augie walk up, and he seemed pretty confident in terms of playing in this tournament, so I hope he's feeling himself. So it looks like Stephen Chappelle is going to head to commercial break, and we'll have Seamus stepping up, a.k.a. the Kid. So let's go quickly like this. I'm going to live commentate this for you guys. It might be a little over the top. All right. So here we have Seamus Meter stepping up from the Boston area in Massachusetts. He has been on quite the tear recently. He's known as the Kid around those parts. He's been playing since he was 6 years old. He's now, 17, 18, and he is one of the most consistent players in the Boston area, winning almost every tournament he enters, including tournaments against some of the best players in the world. So here he is trying to show his skill live on stream and to the world, playing Ali, released by Stern in 1980. And he's going to try to see if he is the greatest indeed. So one of the big things about this game, ooh, what an amazing save right now. And you can see, his reaction speed's a little bit faster than some others. He's young enough to still have that spry, that quick nature in him. So here you go. He's building the multipliers. An unfortunate drain, but already on ball 1, he's broken into 100. So he's looking pretty solid in terms of a game that could matter. As you see, he is IFPA ranked 634th in the world. Now, there are 20,000 players ranked. It is a task to get to top 1,000, let alone top 500. And he's only the age of 17 doing this. So one of the up-and-coming greats, I'd say, and unfortunately, you can see his frustrations there. Very rarely does he ever let out and show emotion, but you can see when pinball is being played and you're competing for this prize, the bragging rights, the trophy, it can get frustrating and it can get a little, you can almost let yourself down. But great control here, and he's going to try to recover on ball 3 here and put up a score that will qualify him for finals, which starts in about an hour. We'll have the top 24 best players of this tournament competing for all of the cash, bragging rights, and a trophy. So let's see what Seamus has here. Patience, a good post pass from him. He's going to try to put it back up top to the spinner. And a big shot, if you play this game and you're familiar, is that little U-turn shot or that little scoop on the right side of the playfield. That'll collect your bonus every time. And that's a big thing to shoot for. And if he hits it, you'll see him animate again. Oh, and you see him jump up in the air, and you can see his frustration. He knew that he could probably put up 500 plus on that game, and it's just playing a little difficult. So unfortunately, we see Seamus not put up with a score he wanted, but I believe he's already qualified, so I think he's just trying to improve himself across the board. So Seamus the kid coming out of Boston, Mass, quite the spectacle to watch, and it's going to be fun to watch him for years to come. So cool. I'll be right back.
Take a quick break for my voice chat. I'll be right back.
stream. Sorry about that delay. Had to go use the restroom. More commentary will be. Oh, hey, Doug. Cushman in below the cut line. Augustus is up on memory lane. All right, let's take a look at the spreadsheet here. We're coming right down to it. 27 minutes left, so there are not a lot of tickets that can be played right now. Jason Zaylor putting up another good ticket. Unfortunately, Ogman, I see that Augustus slipped a little bit. Let's see, so go look at here for everyone on stream right now. Let's switch over and take a quick gander at this. So someone bumped Jerry down a point, so Nick takes first seat again. We got Greg bumped up like he was talking about, and Bob Swain Jr. is now on that cusp. As for people that are, let's see, Zachary Frey I know is on a card, but is he already in? Yes, so there's a good chance that
All right, folks, as I predicted, my other ticket bled up and replaced my other ticket. So now I have a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, oh, man, he was right, and that must be nice to be able to go, ah, okay.
There is one person that's going to leave. They need to get like 100 million on Theater of Magic to qualify, which I'm pretty sure they're going to do. That would be Mr. Jason Corrado.
Yeah, okay.
Zoller's already in. Those other scores, even with 100, they need 100.
Yeah, and Zachary's already in, so even if he puts up 2 rippers.
Not just to get the bye.
Yeah,
So it's basically Jason's going to qualify on Theater of Magic, and then between me and Bob to see who bleeds more.
Yeah, I guess so.
And Ali is still percolating here. See him up to 95 with 3x, which is a great start. Okay. Nice in-lane. My homies from New York, Zen and Levy, who are riding back with me tonight, their buys held on. The magic of the ticket format, you don't need to blow games up, you just need to not have any bad scores.
Yeah.
And you're not moving.
Yeah.
You just kind of sit there
In that
and
bubble
everybody
of-
else is doing stuff and you're just like idling.
Yeah,
You know?
if you drop one spot, it's not, you don't drop that far. So it's, and yeah, this format is fascinating with that too. It's, you know, it's not about putting up multiple number ones. It's about not having 18s or 20s or, because like, I mean, you see Eric Stone sitting in third with 2 number 1s and a number 3, but I'm assuming he
One
probably,
leader.
yeah, he probably has one real ripper of a game in there that just didn't really hit. So.
All right, amazing ball, 419,000 going into ball 2. 4x is quick because the light is out. That collect shot will be worth several 100,000.
Link to the, oh yeah, Bill from Memphis. Okay, you got that. Augie ends at 254, so, oh, I mean, yeah, and he, man, that's unfortunate because we were talking earlier when he walked over and he was feeling pretty good about it, but that's exactly what I put in last night. 25th spot.
Oh, did he get an extra ball? Well, now it's 5.
Yeah, it's awesome to see Gen Z playing pinball. So in such a good way as well. This kid's got some talent.
Has a chance that
I probably will after.
Here.
This kid just blew it up, so I'm glad I got him on it. But I'm probably going to do one more just because I haven't seen. Let's doodle. You guys want to doodle? Oh, boy, I don't
don't think I want to doodle it. We'll see doodle during the tournament, I promise.
5X is lit, wants to build up that bonus and start collecting on the right. No, we're at the point where there's only one jumper left, and it's going to be Theater of Magic.
Yeah, and I think he's already on it right now, which is so good. Yeah. So that's why. I think, right? Jason, Toronto, Hughes.
I'll go check out. I'll go be the in-the-field reporter.
Yeah, he's on it right now, so. Yeah, my on-the-scene reporter. So yeah, we'll probably stay on Ali just for the last 20 minutes in order to, just so I don't have to get up and roll it around and get in anyone's way, just because all the jumpers are pretty much done jumping, and for the most part, we're just kind of waiting to see how the final shuffle rattles out as Jason puts up a score that Greg is going to find for us. Yeah, that was an impressive showing by Liam. I'm actually really glad we got an opportunity to get him on stream and see that game. That was awesome. Random Retro, thank you so much for the follow, and thanks for being in chat. Eric Stone moved up with the shuffle. Oh, yep. Yeah, if you guys need any information, brackets, game bank, or you're looking for tutorials or tips on these games, ask in chat, but also you can type !info, and that will give you everything you need.
All right, so, you know, he's definitely in. He got it done on Theater. He's already got the score he needed. So momentarily, we're going to see I will be 24th. And then it's just going to be a matter of what the next half hour does in terms of the bleeding. What does the chat want to watch? What game is qualifying in Pintastic and Hayward?
We'll switch after Eric, because I've had him on cut stream a couple times, and he's been playing pretty well all weekend. So
you know what happens when you finish 24th? You play bow and hair. It's exciting. Levy, name in.
I'm bodying in on the red mic.
One of our
red mic, check.
One of our New York City Pinball Championship proprietors and hosts. Everybody come out August 19th and 21st.
Greg will be there. I will be there. Mark will be there. The backhand
pinball will be there.
Mark's personal film crew may be there. Everyone's going to be there. August 19th, 21st, Industry City, Brooklyn, New York. And Greg is continuing to cling to that cut.
There's the bleed.
The beauty of it is there's no more leapers left.
There's no more leapers. And there's no more leapers for my buy. We can see the future. It's like a crystal ball. I see me not playing pinball next round.
Unless Tim from the Chicago command station has overlooked one.
It does happen. It happens all the time.
Hi, Neil McRae.
Oh, I didn't see that guy.
Neil McRae, I wish I could be at your amazing tournament in London.
Hey, Neil McRae, I'm definitely coming to your amazing tournament in London. He's claiming to be holding the world's greatest pinball tournament in the world's greatest city. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that is similar language to what we've used at the New York City Pinball Championship. Who really has a superior tournament in the superior city? I'm going to the land of fish and chips, to the land of eel pie.
To determine, as an unbiased
as an unbiased observer, to determine whether or not, well, which one of these tournaments comes out on top. It's very, very exciting. We're going to find out. We're really looking forward to it. Everybody else should come. It looks like an awesome. Man, I just can't stop plugging stuff today.
Eric already above the line, a great player from upstate New York.
He's above the cut. So you're just getting some copies.
The beauty of this is, you know, if he punches this ticket, it has impacts on others. So we'll see.
Do we know about this ticket? That's over. 465 is not bad. That's not going to sink a
Mark
ticket.
is going to change the camera. We're going to try to go
Wow, this is going to be an unpopular move, I would say, in the waning seconds of qualifying. I was going to suggest it, but I was like, oh, we can't we can't really move games at one. At this point,
people that aren't going to make it in probably like the idea of playing on camera because it's fun.
Right, that's true. You know. And let's face it, that's all they've got left at this point. I don't think there's anybody playing right now that has a shot to either get a bye or leap into the qualifying. CJ was the last hope, and he did not listen to me. We argued for 2 hours over what he should play. I said Cosmic Gunfight. He said Mousing Around. He went back and forth. He picked Mousing Around. He got 151.5 million, just like I said he would, and he beefed it.
Unfortunately, it's always a tough decision to make, Lev. I mean, I was about to punch a ticket where I could have gotten a buy out of it. And
Hey, what's up, LTR Breath?
The ticket that's alive right here has a 0. This was a buy eligible
Right.
situation based off of what.
Oh, you said Swan was going to bleed down.
But
and
you know, it's hard to pick your final game. I picked the game I had been crushing all tournament, Ali.
I
And
told
like we
you
said
were
at
due
dinner
for-
last night,
I told you were due.
so
If you had a good game, you would have had a bye.
yeah.
Much like me. See, look at my completely mediocre ticket. 6, 12, 18.
Well, Levy's being a little bit humble. He got some good scores.
Okay, and then 20, and then in the 20s, the mid-20s or low 20s.
Oh, Tim's going to stress me out. What potential leapers do we have, Tim?
Oh, my God. He says 2 new potential leapers. And can I get in their way? I have 1 game left. Is there anybody I can get in their way to help Greg?
Nah, Levy, it's up to fate now.
Really? If
Yes.
I could punch the ticket and maybe knock a point off of one of your potential leapers, you wouldn't want me to do that?
It's up to fate now.
All right, it's up to fate. Meanwhile, he's pulling my leg under the table, telling me to stop discussing his strategy. Now, here's Jason Zoller. All right, hey, who wants to watch Jason
all right.
Zoller?
Jason Zoller, one of the up-and-coming pro players in the world.
He's got to be considered a favorite.
He's on pace to win a major world championship one day the way he's been playing, folks.
He's been cleaning up in the Northeast Mid-Atlantic region. Right?
Dominates at Delaware, which is a tough field.
Won the Allentown 10 Fest.
Yes, and followed it up by winning the majority of Delaware pinball.
2 out of 4.
Open.
He won the scrub tournament here on Thursday night.
Hey, that's worth points, man. It was
I
a
know.
2-strike, 64 player.
Well, he won.
Kid's a whopper machine.
He's also prone to get 3 million on Stargazer and then start melting down when he loses the ball. As he was doing he put up 20 million on Mousing Around, and every time he lost the
Perfect
ball, he
execution.
would
See,
slap the machine.
what he did there, everybody, is from a trap, he nudged the ball up and to the right, on the right side, over that rollover, which split his left spinner, which he immediately ripped.
Right.
And that's how you do this game. You use those rollovers throughout the game to light things on the playfield.
Some games have a custom ROM, you can't do that, but that is not the case in this machine. Now, he does need to lock in his middle spinner,
Which
but
he'll probably do now. As it comes up, he's he's saying forget it.
Yeah, he's just going for those spinners. The basic rule of thumb is you want to lock it in closer to the top of the drops. I believe closer to the top of the drops you are, the higher the value.
Correct. If you see it strobing up and down, as it strobes up, that's going to light the spinner at a higher value, whereas if you lock it in low, that's going to make the
Like
drop
500
target
points to 2,500, I think.
the drop target completion can be worth 40,000 at the bottom. So if you get a bottom strobe, you sweep the bank and you get your points and reset.
Right. The completion
Nice
is the
save.
value on the right, and the value on the left is the spinner value.
Jason's just selecting to go for 10x spinners on left and right.
And you can get as much as 100,000 for completing that bank. Wow. I think we've explained the rules of Stargaze now. Basically, you want to shoot the spinner.
It's a rare game. There's not that many in creation that were made. Nice save there. Jason in control. You can't really dead bounce that easy on this game.
No, you see how shallow, how low the flippers sit.
He nails that.
That's a nice rip. That's
Back
gonna
up
be-
top is building a bonus.
And you get 2,000 a rep when that's lit. Right? Yeah, 100 times.
Well, it's 10x.
Yeah.
So.
10x 200s. And this is a nice score. It seems like good scores on Stargazer were about 400,000 or 500,000. So he's off to a very nice start
it's a
here.
very friendly Stargazer.
And he's playing for nothing really. I guess technically he could be alive for a number 1 seed or something.
He's probably trying to get a higher seed in his buy.
Yes. I don't know what that really does for you. But I guess you pick earlier, right? You'll eventually get to pick games.
You're in a different matchup, and you're a different part of the bracket.
Yeah, but who knows? I mean, Alberto was sitting at 24 for a while. And some lucky number 8 seed was going to get to play that guy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's not every day you see Alberto not qualify, but that's just the nature of this format, man. It can happen to anybody.
It is a cruel, cruel format. And now this is your first ticket, right? That you're still riding with? The first ticket you completed?
No, it's the ticket that I
upgrade.
leafed today.
Oh, this is today's ticket.
Yeah, I needed to get like
Nice
anything.
spinner rip. Look at that. He's going to get up to $1 million.
Right. His middle spinner is now worth 3,500.
Yeah. And yeah.
Huge.
Now you might notice
Just reset it.
here. I just figured something out, Greg. The higher your spinner value, the lower your completion value.
Yes.
The spinner value is probably more
Yes,
important.
they're inverted.
So if you get a low spinner value, go ahead and clear it. Get a lot of points. If you have a high one, just keep nailing the spinner.
Incredible first ball from Jason.
Look how upset he is.
He's not upset.
No, he's not upset. Bouncing around, I saw him get really
As
pissy.
he's
he had
gotten
20
older,
million.
he's a very mature and calm player. That was not always.
I don't know about very. He's getting it. Kid's getting it.
He plays very chill, man.
He does. You're right. He does play chill.
He shats on the
Oh, it's coming back.
fly.
It's coming back. Is he going to survive? Yes.
Now, I wouldn't do it in finals, but you can get cute and do this weird post transfer where you ricochet the ball hard back left and then it pops over.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it's safe. It's kind of like a volley.
I'm going to address the chat. I do not know why I've never seen a Miss Pac-Man pinball machine in a pinball tournament. It doesn't seem like the most tournament-friendly game. There's some kind of weird video game in it. Uh-oh, leaper potential on memory lane.
Yeah.
Doug Parsons after Doug Parsons? I think Tim's just trying to scare you.
Tim's trying to scare me, but it's not easy to get 70 points on memory lane right now. It really
What's he
isn't.
gonna need?
You need like 300,000.
It's not easy, but it's not
It's
the hardest
doable.
thing. Whatever, that guy did not pick memory lane because he thinks he's going to get 300,000 on it. He picked memory lane because it probably had the shortest line. That's the only reason anybody's picking anything right now.
It's not so easy to do what he's got to do.
Yeah, he needs 350, right? That's not easy. I'll put that up on my ticket. My so far buy earning ticket.
All right, Jason has passed the million, and he's getting close to one of the higher scores.
He is. But he's not. Is he even going to be able to finish this ticket? There's 10 minutes left.
Let's see.
I think right now he's just playing to be to
Practice.
crowd out some scrubs. Yeah. I mean, he's just playing because that's what he does. Like, what did he come here to do?
Oh yeah, you know what? He's got a number 2 and a number 3 on this ticket, but by
Dude,
the
there's
time
10 minutes left. He's not. He's never.
What
gonna
he
finish
should
this
do at
ticket.
this
He should
point is
train.
just train.
Yeah, he should train.
He should just train.
He said he has a number 1 and a number 2 already.
He's got a number 2 and a number 3.
Yeah, he should drain right now and then try and get 2, and then get in the line for Doodle
Yeah, I don't
Bug.
know why he's not, because he could actually end up as
And
number
look,
1.
he already played Mouse around. Big game, look, is only 1 deep. He could do it. Between Big Gun and Doodle Bug, he could do it if he drained, but he's not. He doesn't have that awareness, I think. He doesn't have the experience. He's so young. He's the youth. Are you going to go over there and tell him? Greg's going to go over there and tell him. Tell him. Tell Steve. Greg's going to go tell Steve Zoller, who's then going to tell. Oh, Greg's watching the guy who he's afraid is going to leave him. All right, well, I'm going to move over to Greg's spot then, and I'm going to drink some of Greg's beer. So Mark Wazowski, he needs, I think Greg said he needs 350,000. Now keep in mind we're only discussing our own cards and stuff because this is qualifying. You will not see these kind of shenanigans during finals. You will see a professional pinball broadcast featuring the best streaming rig in the East Coast. I might actually, since it looks like I'm going to get a buy, I might call the first round. And I can talk about such shit that you guys can watch me beat out in the first round of finals. I'm not a huge fan of this head-to-head format. I really prefer the Papa style. Because you can play bad in advance. Head-to-head, you really can't. Your opponent will expose your flaws in poor play. All right, you're really good at pinball. He really should just drain, but I don't think he's understands. At this point, it's probably too late. Only 10 minutes left. He drained. Drain, he rolls his eyes. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of tomfoolery and shenanigans, but this is just basically a sound check. You know? So we can talk about the stuff that only we care about, which is our own cards and our own leapers. You will not see us do this in the main broadcast. This will be a very professional. If I have anything to say about it, it will be a very professional move. It goes without saying that if I have anything to say about it, it will be very, very professional. Unlike some streams you've seen where Greg's celebrating, the guy beefed. That's the end of it. Greg's qualifying. I'm getting my buy. Jason Zoller's pissed he only got $2 million on Stargazer. All is right with the world.
If there is a line that is shorter than 2 that he can just jump on right now, he has
It's too late. It's too late. And plus, I'm going to get in the line just to fuck with him. I already played all the short line games. All right, I'm going to get in the Doodle Bug line. There's no way you can get 2 games in.
I played 1 game with Doodle Bugs in practice. Guess what happened?
What? All right,
what happens
I'm going to
on
go play
Doodle
Doodle Bug and then put in my ticket, even though Greg told me I couldn't.
All right, folks. Ron Hallett Jr., well known from the Slam Tilt podcast and Twitch stream. Fantastic player from upstate New York. And he owns a Stargazer. He's no stranger to gazing at the stars. And his plays quite well, just as this one does. Probably comfy here. And we are in the final moments of qualifying, folks, here at the Sternfeld Circuit Silverball Rumble at Pintastic, New England, hosted by Jim and Mark from the Sanctum. Got backhand pinball here. introduction. There's lots of hot pinball action to come. We've got the finals coming up. It is the top 24 qualifiers. It's a very unique format. Head-to-head, single elimination, no losers bracket. Step up, play good, and advance. There's going to be 5 rounds after this, let's think. 24, the first 16 are going to go to 16 after that, then 8, and 4, and 2, and then the winner. So five rounds to crown a champion. Eric Stone is a defending champion. I believe Bowen might be, I'm not 100% sure. Almost 200 players. We're going to definitely have points up there in the 50, 60 range. There's no certified boost. That's certainly going to be a huge haul for the winner. Really nice no flip there. That was pretty. Ron's ticket looks like as he's starting to get a pretty nice ball one here on Stargazer. Let's see what he's made of. What's going on, Mr. Howard? Ron Hallett is working on a 120, so this game is irrelevant for him. It's just completing his last game in the tournament. Nails the spinner, sends it back up top. We've got 500,000 folks, and counting. Going into ball 2, there's his phone. I will say though that if I could own this game, I would. But if I was picking in finals, I would not choose it, just because it's kind of, you know, everybody knows what to do. Everybody knows the rip spinner. It's a matter of how many times you can get the ball controlled. I think it's a game that everybody's going to be comfy on. It's not that tough of a bank, all things considered. The Sterns have been bastardized, so to say, because the posts are out and the tilts are tight and the ball saves are off and competition mode is on. So even though you will see those selected by the higher seeds, I'm sure, they have been made difficult enough that someone can just have a house ball or two and really lose progress and go from having potential at a big score to not much. Solid States are playing friendly. Tim, how many points does he have? Orion Smith. Only got 3 games on his ticket, Tim. I don't think he has time. It's 156. You have to be on your 5th game. I don't see how he's going to pull that off. I guess theoretically, if he just ends his game right now and jumps on another game, that would be crazy. That would be a crazy Belsito. Be right back. I want to see what's going on.
All right. Sorry about the delay in commentary. Ron's been working on this game clearly quite a bit. Got some more jumpers. Hopefully we got not too many jumpers, but we will see. Thanks everyone for tuning in and watching. He's just taking a wonderful selfie with a good friend of mine, Anthony Krett. Yeah, let's see, we're at 1 minute. I was gonna say, this qualifying is over. Ron ends up draining at the right time on Stargazer, putting up a considerable score. I hope you guys enjoyed that back-to-back from Jason into Ron. I just drank Greg's beer, don't tell him. Yeah, very nice game by Ron right there. I'm glad we got to capture that. Sorry that there wasn't too much commentary on top of it. All right, and we have Adam Leader stepping up from the Boston area on Stargazer, trying to squeak in one game, which I guess they're letting some people kind of finish off that. What? All right, so without further ado, on time beef. Yeah, as you can see, the cues are now gone, where this isn't going to matter too much in terms of a game for Adam. Let's check out the unofficial rankings here. They will be official shortly, but again, there might be one. It might shuffle one time or two by the time we get to 3 p.m. Who knows? But here we have your top 24 with the top 8 getting buys here. So Levy managed to stay. Levy managed to stay in 8th place, keeping that bye.
Yeah, unfortunately, Orion Smith, I found out from somebody that knows him, didn't realize that the qualifying was ending and is now not going to be able to punch a ticket that would have been in with 4 games. You need to start your 5th game to enter a ticket in this format. You cannot enter with less than 5.
4. So he had
5.
to just.
You have to have a full ticket to press the button.
Wow.
So he's unfortunate. That's very sad.
Damn.
He earned it.
Yeah.
I just watched him get 300K on game 4 of Memory Lane. But what he really should have done is intentionally drained.
And then just started to pick the game